So we ended a little bit above the bottom of the MM's expected move for the day, which we didn't actually test, and closed again a little bit below VWAP. Um, Market maker was pricing in like 68.98 to the upside. A lot of sold puts came in around 20, 25, 20, 30, which may lay the foundation for some support into tomorrow. Um, Over here on ES, we failed the near-term trend, retested it, failed again. Now we're going for our second retest of that trend. I would say if it breaks out above that trend during the overnight session, possibly a decent chance that we get a little bit of mean reversion, maybe up to retest the weekly. Although, if we go out on like the 1 hour, the failed like head and shoulders here technically has a bit more room down. We would want to see that 66.80 level lost, which we did test our low today, but didn't quite lose. And that would probably help confirm rejection from the all-time high. But we did get the test today, so we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, there's data in the morning. Tomorrow's a pretty big day. I think we have durable goods. We have GDP. I think we have jobless claims. What else? Existing home sales? Yeah, existing home sales. And then a 7-year note auction. Couple Fed speakers. So tomorrow morning, pre-market, should be a pretty big deal. Not sure the rest of it will be. I know the GDP growth rate is expected to remain at 3.3% into the final print for quarter 2. I think durable goods are expected to have improved a little bit over last month's print, but still negative uh, month over month rate. I think existing home sales are expected to fall slightly, although new home sales surprised to the upside today. So that was kind of interesting. Dollar showed some improvement today, as well as yields at the top end of the curve and in the belly around the 10 and the 5-year kind of outperforming everything. 5-year printed a little tiny tail today on its $70 billion auction. And we have a 7-year auction tomorrow. Correlation picked up into the end of the day. Didn't really climb much in the early part of the day. So a lot of our sell-off without too much change in the dispersion trade. Commodities up, obviously oil up 2.22% today, which is a fairly significant move. Gold finally lost that 3,800 level and then fell about 137 points. Silver down a little bit on the day. However, copper up quite a bit, and agricultural commodities seem to be doing fairly well. Once again, Nasdaq taking a slightly bigger hit than the S&P, but also Dow and Russell even underperforming that. Move, not really seeing any bond volatility. 3-month correlation didn't do much today. Leverage on the front and back end of the carry rising, and forward yield on volatility staying pretty flat throughout the day. Skew turned up a little bit yesterday. Breath still kind of sucks. Fed fund futures pricing down to just almost exactly 3 rate cuts for June, just a little bit over 2 for March, and still holding it around 0.35 in cuts by end of 2025. We had about 5% steepening in the 10-2 year, and we had a pullback in the reversal with correlation here, moving moving back down to negative 34 from yesterday's close at negative 29. So quite a lot of vol shorting today, going into tomorrow's data. Obviously, if tomorrow's data surprises to the downside or durables are significantly worse than expected, we'll probably see that short vol position pull back pretty rapidly. I would say that that's most likely to happen in the pre-market. However, if the data is within expectations or slight improvements, bulls may try to lever off of this position and push out a little further to the upside. And then over here on the daily, we got a test of the trend. We closed just above it. Yet to see if this fails. Tomorrow and Friday's data will probably play a big role in that, but still above the 6,600 level, where we would confirm a rejection from our all-time high up at 6,699. Once that rejection's confirmed, we'd be looking at like 6,508 or the EMA 30 to confirm a reversal to the downside. So things are still bullish in this range. We're still above gamma neutral on the monthly. We closed above gamma neutral on the weekly. So keep that in mind, everybody who wants to go super short everything in existence. We don't really have any kind of bearish confirmation here, and any substantial support in this range is likely to lead to a bounce and a retest near the all-time highs, or even set a new all-time high. So while this is a little bit of a pullback, couple days of selling off, there's a very good chance that this is not yet bearish enough to lead to something more substantial. Thanks, Theta Decaying Corpse. Me too. Anyway, that's about all I got today. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. Later.